Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see what I got for you right now. So, if you enjoy those British Ferraris, let's call them the British Ferraris or the British McLaren. Actually, McLaren, I'm not fully sure where they come from. I think they're actually British too. But let's keep it like the competition of the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis, or more into like Maseratis. But you know what? I think these cars can perfectly compete with even Ferraris because some of them are very powerful and very attractive too. But let's give it a proper presentation. What I have for you right now, it's a 143 scale 2004 Aston Martin DB9. Now, I tell you the truth, I don't know much about this car. I do know, altogether, Aston Martin, it's a brand that, example, in North America, we associate it a lot with, obviously, super cars, like powerful cars. But I know that it's more than that. It's a legacy. It's a brand that has a lot of history behind. I mean, if you watch the movies from James Bond, I think they used it once or twice. They used Aston Martins as their getaway car or as their chase car or whatever you want to call them. So they were in movies. They were cars that were wanted by many, but lately they kind of faded away, and not just Aston Martin's going through that phase of time with the sports cars. I think Maserati is going through the same unfortunate route, and people want to get the most for their money. Obviously, sports cars are not going to be that. If you have a family, sports cars are not really good for you. But it depends what you're looking to be driving and what you really need. And people rather go for luxury with space at the same time lately, more than luxury with sportiness, if you understand what I mean. But let's talk about this nice looking Grand Tourer. This vehicle was on sale between January of 2004 all the way down to July of 2016. They were actually built for 12 years, so that's a quite achievement. I think a brand carries the same model for that long. It means the car still has an appeal to the customers. Only assembled in the UK. Now, this is what I found a bit surprising. This vehicle designer, it was actually designed by Ian Callum and Henrik Fischker. If you remember Henrik Fischker was the gentleman behind the Fischker brand that lasted for a while. Then they were gone and came back, and now they're gone again because unfortunately the cars were up and down and they're being reliable. Now they're not worth anything. Unfortunately, nobody wants them. You can find them dirt cheap because it's not a car that people want to get stuck with. The Fisker cars, at least in the United States, I'm not sure in other parts of the world. But going back to this is the vehicle that we're presenting to you right now. This vehicle body styles, it has a two-door 2+2 coupe or a two-door 2+2 convertible. Okay, engines one and one only. 5.9 liter Aston Martin V12. Oh, now that I remember, now that we're talking about V12, another competitor that maybe it's a little bit under it, but still competed for a while with Aston Martin is Jaguar. But then Jaguar kind of like forgotten a bit of their sports cars and they worry more about their luxury sedans and SUVs now. But yeah, remember like the in the 80s, Jaguar had the big XJS, I think XJS, and that was like a big competition for last Aston Martins too. Transmissions. Let's see what I got as information. The 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual transmission. Now the six-speed automatic is a touchtronic transmission. Okay. I'm gonna let it go around a few times and I'll be right back. All right, guys. One thing I would like to let you guys know that between 2004 till 2012, 12 or 2004, 2004 till 2016, sorry. In 2008, it got a facelift. So it's not the same exact model for 12 years. They got a facelift in 2008. And I didn't notice that. Now that kind of, you see, little by little, start getting everything. This vehicle is the one that took over the DB7, the Aston Martin DB7. And actually, the one that took over this one after 2016 was the DB11, which I haven't seen one in person yet. But going back to this one, I gotta tell you, the looks of the DB9, it's attractive. It is definitely got its looks. I don't see a big difference from the DB7, which is the one that took over this model from. I'm trying to understand if it was, remember the DB7 was a vehicle that was out since 1994 all the way down to 2004. So when this one came out in 2004, it gave a refresh. The front end looks very similar to the DB7. I'm trying to remember the DB7 in the rear, but it's not the biggest jump in looks. Sometimes when, especially in a car, they not refresh their looks for 10 years. You want to see a lot more than just here and there touches. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what you guys think about this nice Aston Martin. Do you think Aston Martin competes with Ferraris and Porsches and Lamborghinis and Maseratis, or is just a different kind? I know maybe Ferrari and Lamborghini already are too high above for Aston Martin, but it can it can reach there if they try. I think myself. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever seen them? Have you ever got to drive one of these cars? If you still see them around in your country, well, they sold in your country. All right, everyone. Now, don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Thank you so much. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I post more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.